Hi, it's Alex here. I'm convinced that there are now incredible opportunities for producers looking to bring stories to screen. There are now more formats, platforms, distribution, and financing strategies than ever before. That's why I am launching the Future of Film Entrepreneurial Storyteller Program. It's a 12-month virtual program designed for producers looking to build future-proofed businesses and careers. Discover how the Future of Film Entrepreneurial Storyteller Program can take your projects and career to the next level, and register your interest today at futureoffilm.live/ESP. That's futureoffilm.live/ESP. Coming up in today's show.
When we did the analysis, the smaller ones have such a bigger return on investment. With smaller ones, I mean movies that have a much smaller budget in the range of 1 to 5 million. The stories are so great, and the AI actually almost favors the smaller projects over the bigger ones.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Season 3 of Film Disruptors. My name is Alex Stoltz, and as regular listeners will know, this is the show where I share insights and strategies from the trailblazers who are shaping the future of film. And today's episode is a very special one, partly because it was recorded live at the 2020 Berlinale, and partly because we have not one but three trailblazers who are participating in today's conversation. We have three entrepreneurs and founders who are each leading new technology businesses that are looking to transform or maybe disrupt different aspects of the film industry. So we have Nadira Azermai, who is CEO and founder of the Antwerp-based Scriptbook. And now Scriptbook uses machine learning to provide storytellers and studios artificially intelligent script analysis and automated story generation. Maria Tanjala is co-CEO and co-founder of Film Chain, the London and New York-based startup that provides a new solution to collection services in film and creative media. Film Chain allocates and analyzes revenues in film, TV, and digital in a transparent and efficient way using blockchain technology. And last but not least, we have Catherine Downs, who is CMO, COO, and co-founder of usheru. Based out of Dublin, London, and now LA, usheru is a data analytics company that provides producers and studios more control over their audience and distribution strategies. And just for full disclosure here, I am also, in my other life, a colleague of Catherine's at usheru. So in this conversation, we cover the whole film value chain, which is particularly exciting, from development to distribution. And we discover how each of the founders are using new technology like AI and blockchain to create new efficiencies and opportunities for storytellers and businesses in film and media. I learned so much talking to Nadira, Maria, and Catherine, and I hope you find it as interesting and constructive as I did. And just finally, this episode was, as I mentioned before, produced during the 21st edition of the Film Tech Meetup in Berlin, in collaboration with some very important partners. The Film Tech Office, which is a Berlin-based co-working space for creators and entrepreneurs in film, storytelling, and tech, and EFM Horizon, the European film markets platform focusing on the future of film businesses and new developments in the media and entertainment world. If you are enjoying this show or just want to find out more, there are a few ways to stay up to date. You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts or follow on Spotify, or indeed any of the major podcast platforms. You can also sign up for updates at the new home of Film Disruptors, which is futureoffilm.live. That's futureoffilm.live. Just enter your email to stay up to date with all of the latest Future of Film news and podcast episodes straight to your inbox. This is where you can also access all 3 seasons of the show, find out more about the individual guests, and get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. So that just leaves me to say thank you for listening. And now please enjoy this wide-ranging conversation about the future of the film business with Nadira Azermai, Maria Tanjala, and Catherine Downs. And I started the show by asking Nadira about Scriptbook and a problem she is looking to solve with her technology startup.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nadira, as my colleague here. I'll call him my colleague tonight.
Yeah,
Alex
I'm
is saying. And I'm the founder of Scriptbook. Scriptbook was founded in 2015. Why? That's the first question. I was at the time probably, insane and very naive when I started the company. But the reason why I believed that Scriptbook was something that should see the light of day is because there was a lot of research out there saying that the majority of films lose money at the box office. The numbers were astonishing. They were around 87%. It's a very anomalous industry. Just a handful is making profit. So, and in that stage, I was just wondering, wait, is there some sort of decision support? Is there some sort of technology that would actually help this business? And the answer was no. Apparently, the film industry actually likes to work as human as possible, in the sense that they love to use their own expertise and experience and everything that they've learned and their feelings as well is definitely part of the decision process. But the thing is, it's a very biased decision process as well, because when you deal with subjectivity, you deal with emotions, and when you try to assess something as objectively as possible, we're not robots. Bias is part of the decision making, and we thought, okay, how should we start? Because as Alex is saying, it's all about the story, and we did our own research, and it's true that the story has the highest predictive value. People. Not cast, don't get anything in your head about other elements like social media. It really is about the script. If you have a good script and you execute it perfectly, it will do well. If you have a crappy script and you get the top of the bill, the A-listers on that, it will maybe become mediocre. So it really is about the story. And so we developed a decision support system, an AI that's capable of reading your script, reading the story from page 1 till the final page. It processes everything, and it will deliver a number of outputs. The outputs are very diverse. It's not just numbers. It really is output that relates to your own story, the script DNA. It relates to what sort of demographics are you targeting. It really gives you a number of financial outputs as well, box office, not just US, but mainly box office results throughout the world, every territory. Will it be bought by distributors? What is the audience reception? So there's a lot of information that comes out of the script, and people continue and say, you only need the script? Yes, we only need the script. Of course, we know that companies or filmmakers will need to add other parameters as well. Along the decision chain, you'll probably try to get a film package in place. So yeah, if you have that, great, because more data means more accuracy. But we really wanted to give the industry some sort of when we read the story, when we read the script, we understand the story in a completely different way than when an AI reads the script. So in that way, it's a perfect complementary tool, because I don't like the rhetoric when you hear about AI and you see what's being written out there. It's always, oh, the robots are taking over. This is a creative industry. You know, whenever we try to have a conversation with the industry or just filmmakers online, they're taking the momentum away in the sense that you have a whole group that's interested in learning about technology and using it to their own benefit, and then you have a very small group, you know, that's very negative, but unfortunately very vocal, and they're taking the opportunity away. Because we're offering the services in the beginning. When we started, we thought, okay, this is a service that we're offering to companies. It really is a B2B product. But then, after doing many keynotes and panel talks, I mean filmmakers, independent, the smaller ones, you know, the one person that has a big dream, they all come up to us and they said, hey, can we use your AI? We need to use your AI. And at that point, I was like, okay, but it's only for businesses. It's not really for you guys. And we changed it. All of a sudden, last year, we just had a team meeting. We said, okay, I think we should change our mission. Mm-hmm. It's about democratizing the space of storytelling, because it's very much 1 versus the 99%. You know, 99% is struggling to get a foot in the door, and 1% is just doing great. And when you see research, I mean, there was an article saying that an independent producer or filmmaker or writer has a 0.003% chance of ever having his project picked up. I mean, the odds are not in your favor. And when you hear the industry, these independents, you hear them talk and you say, what's your biggest issue? And they all say, well, we just need validation. Validation is so important because you run around with that story and you've put your heart and soul in it and you want somebody to believe in it. You want somebody to give you a chance. It's about validation. But what for me personally, I think is going wrong is the fact that you need to accept also a different sort of validation, because if you're looking for human validation, it's still one person. Even if you get on some sort of a site to get assessment by a human, it's still one person or 2 or 3 or 4, and you're paying each time to get an assessment, and it's still just the opinion of 3, 4, 5, 6 people. An AI gives you an assessment that's based on historical data, thousands of scripts. You know, it kind of does the whole millions of data points. So you could actually say that your script was analyzed by a bunch of people and not just those 3 or 4 or 5. So the road to validation, to AI validation, is a very quickly one. And all of a sudden, you know what kind of value you have. It's subjective. You know that you have a good script, or you have information tells you your script at this point is not that great, or your project is not that great. So